don't you be a fool. You finna hear the truth, watch me do what I do. On the pod with the mic and I ain't keeping it cool. Gotta bring the heat, gotta hit the street. Gotta stay 100, they ain't scaring me. You wanna censor a boss, you wanna censor a king. I'm not taking a loss, facts is all I bring. I'm speaking candidly, ancestors they stand with me. It's Pharaoh and Dessalines, the blunt of reality.
What's going on, Blunties? It's your boy Dessalines.
Here with Pharaoh. Guess what, Blunties? Yo, we have a pretty interesting topic for you guys today. We actually have two guests that we're going to share this experience with you guys. We're here with Be Easy, straight out of Elizabeth, New Jersey.
That's Tarantino. Let's
go.
do
Can
it.
we get some bombs on that one?
Yes,
Let's
sir.
get
Yes,
some
sir. Yes, sir. In the building.
Absolutely, and we got none other than Uptown Gav, straight out of
Gav in
Elizabeth,
the
New
building.
Jersey.
Gav in
Yo.
the building. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How y'all feeling, man?
Regular, man, you know.
Chilling.
Niggas
Yeah.
feeling good,
Niggas
man.
came to talk that
talk.
We got
you
the
feel
coolest
Yeah.
niggas in Elizabeth here with us today, yo. Word up.
Vibing. This is what I live for, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I like seeing
Word,
niggas vibing.
You know, niggas came to pull up and talk about that high quality talk, man.
Absolutely, absolutely. Let's get right into it, man. Today's topic, we're going to be talking about cultural conditioning. Is rap, hip-hop, and gang culture corrupting the minds of our youth today, right? So in recent news, you guys already know, a Texas rapper, GS Lil Ronnie, was murdered, unfortunately, with his 5-year-old daughter. What's her name? Her name is Armani Sibley. And what's interesting, Charleston White actually had something that he wanted to say about this. I wanted to share the video with you guys and get your thoughts on it and stuff like that. So if you don't mind, Dessalines, can you pull that video up?
Oh yeah, of course. I got you. Hold on, I got you. Meanwhile, am I good, Gav?
I'm straight.
All right. Yeah. So you said what was his name?
What name?
He said G's Lil
GS
Ronnie.
Lil
Right?
Ronnie. Yeah.
Word. All right, hold on. I'm about to get it popping right now. Oh, this is what Charleston White said, right?
Nothing. Y'all done got
I'm gonna start it all over. Hold on.
motherfucking Julio acting like y'all celebrating the capture of that goddamn nigga. Man, I don't give a fuck about nothing. Y'all done got mad. Nigga, fuck the baby. yeah, fuck the baby. And fuck the city of Fort Worth too. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing or say nothing to me. I swear to God they ain't. Nigga, go yayo or get out of jail and look the other way about me. Nigga, fuck is you talking about, nigga? Yeah, give a fuck about that baby. All that dead ass nigga. Yeah. Fuck the
Yeah, that nigga was wildin'.
Yeah, he said some pretty
That nigga's wild.
borderline offensive. Actually, it wasn't even borderline. It was actually offensive as shit. I'm actually a fan of Charleston White. I just wanted to hear your thoughts on this before I share my thoughts with you guys. Be Easy. How do you feel about what you just heard right there?
Shit. When it comes to Charleston White and certain shit he say, I feel like sometimes he'll say some shit to spark awareness,
Yeah.
right? So even if he publicly states that and he doesn't truly feel like that, it brings awareness because it's like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Who got killed? What's the reasoning behind it?
Yeah.
You know? I feel like, it's like it's his online persona.
Yeah.
I feel like when he says certain shit like that, it brings awareness to the situation, and then from there, whatever's gonna happen towards that investigation, because the people are, people do they fucking due diligence nowadays, bro. Like,
Yeah.
they'll find out why.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Why did he get shot at? What was the situation before that? And people are doing their own investigations nowadays, and
Yeah,
they're
that's a
making it
fact.
easier for the police.
And that's pretty interesting. Also, he also has the shock value as well.
Yeah.
Also, Gav, I just wanted to hear what your thoughts on it. just listening to Charleston White, not only, he was saying some offensive things towards the daughter, he also said some offensive things towards GS Lil Ronnie. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I know how he giving it out already. You feel me? Like he really got the social media shit figured out, bro. That's really all it is. He trolling. He not really speaking from a serious point of view. You feel what I'm saying? Like bro saying, like it's all shock value. He just doing it for people to clicks, clickbait and shit like that. So if you really listen to what he's saying, like he just saying what everybody's saying. Nobody really care about Lil Ronnie and Lil Mama. Not trying to be weird or no shit like that.
Yeah.
People don't really understand shit till it hit home. You feel me? So
Absolutely.
they just watching stuff for Instagram because it's getting pushed on us, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like you feel me? So he just really just speaking awareness to how, you feel me? What he was saying is what I got from the video is he like, fuck Lil Ronnie, fuck the baby. Like, nobody don't care about who did it to Lil Ronnie, you feel me? So y'all gonna try to, he said, fuck everybody that got something to say about what I'm saying because y'all gonna come attack me. And I'm just saying, fuck Lil Ronnie. I'm trying to bring a different message to the system. Y'all ain't doing nothing to the niggas that killed Lil Bro, you feel me? Y'all don't got that same energy to them. So I get what he's saying, you feel me? Like,
Right.
it's like a touchy situation with Charleston White because he got to understand his power too, you feel me? Like, it's some people who don't understand that he's trolling. Some people don't understand that he's doing it for a different reason. Because if you really watch Charleston White, if you watch a full interview from him, it's probably like 3 minutes he trolling. The other 40 minutes he giving you some real shit. You feel me? So it's, bro, I understand how he giving it out though. So like, it's like I'm like,
You're on the
you
fence
feel
with
me?
it?
I'm on the fence. I'm not even I'm on the fence with it. I dig it. You feel me? It's like
understand?
if you don't got nobody to decipher the situation, it could be bad. But if you do, I see what's going on.
Okay, that's pretty interesting. Dessalines, I would like to hear what your thoughts are.
I mean, I agree with what Gav is saying. I mean, that's exactly what it is. When it comes to that internet shit, Charleston White, he's known for saying egregious things, but even he says it. He says that when he was doing his community service, when he was actually working with the youth, working with communities, people ain't give a fuck about what he was saying as far as the positivity was concerned.
Yeah.
Once he started saying out of this world crazy things, people are like, I don't like him. And it's like, yo, y'all easily controlled. Because that's how they really control our culture in the black community, right? They take the shock value. He's racist. He's this. He's that, right? And then they just move off that. But they never really dig deep into what the fuck he's actually talking about or listen to the rest of what he's actually saying. Because he be really dropping gems. You feel what I'm saying? Like talking about the violence in the community. Like, people don't listen to the part with Charleston White. Like, listen, I'm actually talking to the mothers who don't got money to bury their sons.
Yeah.
That's who I'm worried about. Not these people who are like, yo, I don't like snitches and he doesn't like the black community. He don't give a fuck about none of that, and I respect that. He's on some other type of level type shit.
No bullshit. To chime in on that, like, I'm like, it's cool to disagree with people. You feel me? Like, you don't gotta agree with everybody. If somebody agree with everything you saying, you gotta watch them. You feel me?
Absolutely.
So on the sense of like with Charleston White, like I get his intentions. You feel me? I don't feel like he got no malice or no shit like that. He just trolling, bro, with the whole snitching shit. Like, you feel me? That's a whole nother topic. That's a whole nother conversation. So like how he giving it out with it. You feel me? With the whole like. I don't mean to fast forward on shit, but like just his whole persona, bro. Like if you real recognize real, bro. You get what I'm saying? So it's like out of his whole message, like 85 of that shit be like bullshit, but the 15, like you really got to pay attention to that shit because it be shit out there.
Nah, yo, especially like back to what you were saying, Dessalines. You mentioned how he had community, like he used to do a lot of community service, and he wasn't able to reach the youth, or he wasn't able to reach the adults that, you know, are in the community that we share. So with his approach, I'm not going to say I completely agree with his approach, but I actually understand what he's saying. Although, like, you know, there's casualties of war. Unfortunately, a little 5-year-old girl was murdered. And one thing I can say about watching that video, there was so many mistakes that were made. If I'm not mistaken, a couple months prior to that, there was another rapper from the same town that he was from was telling him, like, yo, do not come to this gas station anymore. You are not a part of us anymore. And I don't know if GS Lil Ronnie took that serious or not, but those guys were in fact serious. And I wanted to clear this. As a father, it's unfortunate because you're supposed to be a protector. You get what I'm saying? You're supposed to be a protector, and he failed to protect his daughter.
He brought her into a danger zone.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
And that's arrogance. That's arrogance, and I don't know. That's just nonsense right there.
That is. Okay, so Charleston White, interestingly enough, right? Dessalines, and Baz and Gav, right? This guy is coming out with a record label. You wanna speak on the record label?
Yeah, the record label. This nigga Charleston White creating and shit. So basically, let me go ahead and know. Basically, Charleston White got a label. Like he wants to make a record label. Is basically saying that he wants to start a label that basically has niggas. It's called ALAC Records.
What does that stand for?
ALAC Records means Anonymous Law-Abiding Citizens Records. Mm-hmm. So basically, you want to create a record label that basically has songs from motherfuckers who work with the police.
Drop a bomb or something on that.
I don't know if I want to drop a bomb on that.
Or drop something because damn.
That's some wild shit right there.
That's gonna be his only audience, nigga.
Hey man,
listen,
there's a lot of people right now
they actually dropped some tracks as far as I don't know, Gav and Beth. I'm gonna play a couple of tracks that he got from anonymous people. Like, and it shit sound like it's legit. It's not like some untalented people. I'm gonna play some of them.
That's nasty work, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I want to see. We're gonna stop it whenever y'all want, but I just want to hear y'all real, cause y'all do music, y'all real opinions on what this even sounds to y'all and shit. Hold on, real quick. I got you. Hold on.
Oh, 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 oh. Mon frère, we deserve to be in jail. You're more than me cause you did it still. The beans, by the way, officer, beans is code for pills. Molly, ecstasy, I'm just making it clear. Keep up cause I got a lot to say. When we done here, I'ma need a new place to stay. Preferably hot and far, far away. I'm giving you the drop so I don't got to pay for the crimes committed by me and my constituents. Ever since I started snitching, my language is different from all this.
Commercial.
What she said?
That sound like a commercial.
Yo,
One of them.
that's that AI shit.
One of them trolling ass commercials.
Yo,
Them commercials to stop smoking cigarettes.
Yo, but on a serious note though, right? On a serious note, when it comes to like this type of shit and any other type of, because right now we understand that in the hip hop culture, violence is popular, killing the niggas, like running up in the nigga spot ever since the 90s. You feel me? That's been a part of it. But in the beginning, we used the excuse as that's what's actually happening in the expression real life. To me, it's like putting a paintbrush on a canvas when you're doing music.
Yeah.
However you're expressing it the way you want to. You feel what I'm saying? But at what point is it affecting communities in a negative manner?
Yep.
Dr. Umar even said at a point, he was like, yo, what has hip-hop done for the community? Have they built any hospitals, any schools? Have they built things that are just for us as a black community? Or are they continuously just making the music and influencing the kids to negative stuff? So this snitch music, I'm like, okay, is that better music for future generations that's coming up?
So pretty much glorifying working with the police.
Glorifying working with the police and following the law instead of glorifying violence. Like, I know there's a middle area somewhere in between that where we can all come to like, okay, wait a minute. If this music is going to inspire an entire generation to do good or bad, which one would be better and which way should we go? It's controversial because niggas make music and it's not like they want bad things to happen in the communities. They're just, it's like I said, a paintbrush on a canvas.
So for the record, would you join his record label if you had the opportunity to?
Nah.
What about you?
You know I ain't fucking with that shit. Yo, I don't think people gon' I don't think people gonna embrace that shit though, man. The thing is, even with the culture, like, you know, there's no balance anymore. You know,
Explain.
like, you know, people talk about the lifestyle and the shit that goes down, and you know, in the cities, in the urban communities, you know, and a lot of times it's just one sided. It's just like, yeah, I slid on them, but they don't tell you about the other side. You know,
That's a fact.
they don't tell you about the repercussions. You know, they don't tell you about what happens after that, and when you go to court, and you know, the motherfuckers that you thought was with you ain't really with you, and your moms and your immediate family is the only ones that show up. People don't go into that part, you know. They just glorify it in the lifestyle, like, yeah, nigga, slid on the nigga, then I jumped in the foreign and slid out that bitch. You feel me? Went to my bitch crib, smoked a joint, nigga.
Now I'm fucking your bitch.
Yeah. Like,
shit, man.
it's like, it's at the end of the day, the thing is, we want you want the youth to understand, as the adults should understand, like, yo, this shit is entertainment.
Yeah.
This shit is entertainment, you know?
Yeah, and that's
Like-
that's a fact. Like, we adults, we understand it's entertainment, but at what point, like, as far as for kids, you feel me? I be seeing these kids online. You know, you got TikTok, all these other things on social media, and I be saying, yo, where your father at? That's letting this little girl listening to Sexy Red or whatever the fuck is going on. Like, it's our responsibility as a community to, of course, protect them from that, because us as adults, we could vibe out.
Yeah.
But when I see that, I'm like, yo, that's not just one person. If that one person's doing social media, that means that other people culturally are thinking that I could do whatever I want with my kid. And I think that's where we are right now.
You can't tell nobody nothing about their kid.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You can't.
Yeah.
So
That's a fact.
you know, so they doing a good job, man. You feel me? Of poisoning the youth. You feel me? Because it's working. But you know, like, to chime in on what bro asked about the record label. That shit gonna prosper, bro. You know why? Because we in bad times, bro. Like,
That's a fact.
you know, motherfuckers don't really care about the future. Motherfuckers just worried about being entertained for that little quick
On a
second.
day to day.
You feel me? They just want whatever they going, it's gonna entertain them for that time being. So that record label just remind me that Drewski could have been record shit. You feel me?
Facts.
Yeah,
So it's like, it's what's amusing, what's appealing. You feel me? So if they got motherfuckers that's confident in being a rat or being
It's all about marketing.
it's all about marketing. So he got a couple dollars, man. He know what he doing already. So I wouldn't be surprised if that shit go crazy just for entertainment. You feel me? But like bro said, also, it's not really gonna hit home to the culture because, you know, it's undefeated, bro. The street's really undefeated, man.
Yeah.
You feel me? So it's like, I said it because I'm out there every day, bro. Like, I got kids that's in shit. You feel me? My son play football, basketball. My daughter go to school, and you feel me? We receptive to the hood because of the energy. You feel me? Everybody gravitates towards us because, you know, they attractive, they look good, they got nice clothes on, or my son be playing sports and shit. He with the cool crowd and stuff. You feel me? So what I be seeing on an everyday basis is that the music was raising our kids. Music, YouTube, all that other shit. So it's like, if you don't got nobody that's there to decipher the shit or have them, you feel me, directing it to tell them know that shit. It's like, you can't have too much. You feel me? I'm not that kid. I'm not that parent that's gonna be like, nah, you can't listen to this music. You can't do this, that, and the third. But if it's some bullshit, you feel me? Nah, you can't listen to that.
Yeah.
But if it's certain things that's what's pushed on the radio, you feel me, that they gonna hear regardless, or when they on YouTube and stuff, you feel me? But man, streets undefeated, bro. They winning.
To chime in on what you were actually saying earlier, I agree with you. This culture, rap culture, has been ingrained in our society so much that this is like a part of our life now, right? Violence, misogyny, sexism, materialism. These are all things that have been ingrained, through generations. So in order for us to combat that, right, the violence, the murder, the poor choice of music, because you got to think, we said it earlier, it's all about your environment and what your perception is. So personally, I believe if we all as a collective decide like, yo, we need to change the
Trajectory.
yeah, we need to change the trajectory, bro. And it can start by just what you believe in, and like, how can I say this?
Just live in it, bro. You
You
gotta walk it.
Facts,
you
that's
gotta
a
walk
fact.
in that
That's
shit.
what I'm
You
trying
gotta,
to say. You
I know
definitely
exactly
have
what
to.
you're saying,
Mhm.
bro. You gotta walk in your truth, bro. You gotta walk that shit. You gotta walk in your faith. So, you feel me? Like, for instance, like, boom. So what music? Me and bro make music. You feel
Yeah.
me? Rap, R&B, singing, whatever. I chose the R&B route because I know I got a youth that's watching me. My son, my daughter, my nephew, my nieces. You feel me? They they like my biggest fans. You feel me? They know everything that I got going on. So I know the message that I put out to them. You feel me? They gonna live by it.
That's a fact.
You feel me? So I'm pushing love, bro. I'm pushing love and experience. You feel what
And
I'm
that's
saying?
cool though too.
Fire.
Nah, real shit, cause it's like these kids don't got nobody
Throw a
that's
bomb on that
that's
real quick.
attractive. They don't got nobody that's out there walking in their faith and still,
talk.
you feel me, comfortable being them. Like, you feel me? Like, I done been through all that. You feel me? The craziest of the craziest. Like, you feel me? So my son and my daughter know that, yeah, daddy been through it, but he not on that. You get what I'm saying? Like, I go to work every day.
Word.
Feel me? I'm there for the kids every day. Like, not only mine, but everything that's around him. Like, my son kids, homeboys and all that. Like, bruh, I'm treating them like they him. You feel me?
But that's good though. You know, I'm gonna tell you right now. I can say that I respect that because a lot of times, I don't know if you notice, right? Because you're around a lot of kids, right? Do you notice the children without the fathers are the ones that they have behavior issues the most? So for you to sit there, because I don't know if you were raised without a father. I was raised by a single mom, so I understand how important the male presence is. So just listening to you, I'm gonna tell you right now, I respect it. Actually, I want to shake your hand, bro.
Now you know the vibe, bro.
That's a fact. That's a fact right there.
I respect what you do, bro, because as I'm getting older, I'm understanding how important, like truly important, that male energy is, man. And if you can, and if you got a lot of love that you can share it with other children, you're a blessing.
If
bro.
they don't have it in the house, they're gonna look for it outside.
And if there's more positive role models, because we're all positive role models, bro.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? If there's more people like us, then at the end of the day, you can sit back while you're sleeping, before you go to sleep, like, yo, we could make a change.
Nah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
It takes it day by day too. It takes day by day to make that change. And every moment you spend with those kids, even the kids that's not yours or whatever, and they looking up to you, you the role model, bro, they're gonna aspire to be something much greater. Not only that, no matter what they go into, they're gonna come to you like, yo, look what I did. And you like, yo, that's fire. And they're gonna strive to keep trying to make you proud because they proud of you. And
They know
care
you
about
watching
what
them,
they-
bro. They know you see them. Kids,
Yeah.
like, boom, walk me real quick. Anytime we was growing up, you feel me, we was doing some shit, whether we was out of line or we was doing something good, we was searching for somebody to watch us, bro. We wanted to know if somebody seen what we did. You
Yeah,
feel
we were
me?
searching for that approval.
We was searching for that approval. So
if they didn't, you'd be like, yeah, bro, I just.
you feel me? Some niggas, some motherfuckers know how to take it. Some people don't. Like, you feel me? Like my son, he me times two. I think I'm cool. This nigga cool as hell, bro. He compliments. Like, you feel me? He don't even say thank you. Like, he cool as shit, bro. Like, you feel me? So it take them. It's the mentors, bro. It's them role models in the hood. Like, for instance, like, man, shout out to my man DJ, man. Y'all know I'm talking about Coach DJ, bro. Motherfucking at the YMCA. You feel me?
Shout out to DJ.
Shout out to bro, man. He was one of them dudes that, you feel me, he was trying to get the kids to do better. You feel me? He was showing us that, you feel me, like, how could I explain it? Like, he wasn't trying too hard, you feel me, but he was giving us something to do and trying to teach us brotherhood and how to strive in the world, bro. Like, Donald was a good dude, bro. You feel me? That's one of the main mentors we had in the hood. We didn't really have that growing up.
That's
You
a
feel me?
fact.
But why we fuck with him though? Because he almost played in the NBA.
I'ma
Because
tell
he
you.
did the Harlem Globetrotter shit. You
Yeah.
feel me? He had the braids. He was fly. You feel me? Like, so that's why it take that, man. You can't just have. You feel me? Like,
You know,
They pay attention. Kids pay attention
kids
to
pay
impact.
attention, bro.
Yeah, that's a
They
fact.
pay attention to impact. They pay attention to most importantly, they people like seeing your evolution,
True.
seeing different phases of your life. You know, especially when you walk the life that they've walked, or if they're going a direction and you could tell them like, "Yo, I've been there already. Make a left."
So pretty much what you're saying, the more relatable you are to
Gotta be
the
relatable.
youth,
You gotta be
How you
relatable.
communicate, bro. If you know how to reach a kid, you feel me? You don't gotta, hey, stop, don't do this. Sit down. They don't understand that, yo,
Yeah.
bro. Chill the fuck out, bro.
Yeah.
You feel me? Sometimes you gotta really like holler at their style. Like you gotta really tell them, like, bro, I've been there. Boom, boom, bow. All right, you know what? You don't listen. All right, go ahead.
Yeah.
They be receptive to that instead of just that. You feel me? That just talk down to them or just, you feel me? Like direct them to do this. Nah, you gotta make it relatable, bro.
that makes sense because just like we all been kids, right? So you can remember as a child when you're getting yelled at, you just shut down. But if they came to you in a different way or a different perspective, then you know it was easy for you to sit there and be like, all right, you know what, I can relate to what you're saying. I can understand what you're saying. You know what I mean? How do you feel about that, Dessalines?
Nah, I completely agree with all of that. You have to speak to children in a way that they can receive something in the form of love instead of abuse.
That's true. That's
Because
true.
if we go back and
Drop a bomb on that,
Nah,
man.
I mean, I'm dropping a bomb for you, dog. It's the truth. You feel me? It's the truth because at the end of the day, what we remember most is probably the older ones that we thought was cool that told us something positive. And then later on in life, like, yo, that was some good ass advice, and it was received well because they were capable of saying it with love, and you didn't even know it was with love at that time because you were a kid. Now me, I'm real, like me when I'm speaking to my nephews, my nieces, whoever it may be, anybody that's younger than me, I always try to give them something positive in a way that's with love. You feel what I'm saying? Be like, yo, look, listen, I know you effed up and you did this, that, and the third. Understand this, man. You got your whole life ahead of you. And you get in game right now to be better than everybody else around you. You got to be grateful for your father and your mother, and you got your uncle, your auntie telling you these positive things. A lot of other people don't got this. You feel what I'm saying? But before I throw it back to you, Pharaoh, make sure y'all hit up Zoo Productions if you want to get anything done like video recording, podcasting, photo shoots. Make sure you hit up Zoo Productions.
You are now watching a Zoo production.
I think you had something you wanted to ask Bez and Gav as far as when it came to what the music labels and stuff.
Yeah. So, fellas, you know, I know you guys make music. For the ones who don't know that, you know, Blunteers, I wanted to ask you guys a question. How important is it for young artists to own their music and own the message that they put out as far as their music is involved? Like, how do you guys feel about that? Like, how do you, when it comes to record labels and things of that nature, are you guys going more for the label, or you guys more independent route?
I mean, the thing is, you know, when it comes to the business, it's all about the opportunity. You know, you want to have the right deal.
Yeah.
You want to have a good return on, you know, on the profits that come back from the music, because a lot of people just take advances.
Yeah.
And in that advance, they paid you money, but then once they get their profit, they taking that money that they gave you out of that money, and then they taking out recording costs of flights, costs of studio time, shit that you didn't even know that was in the budget, and you just enjoying this lavish lifestyle, and you like, shit, they ain't put this on the budget. You just thinking everything for free, but everything is accounted for, you know? You want to have the right deal, you know, and actually get a good percentage back.
Yeah.
Like I learned, like, even like Michael Jackson. They said Michael Jackson at the peak of his career, I think he was making like 18 to 20 cents off of every dollar.
Damn.
And that's because they like, I like you. So imagine for these other niggas what they really making, you know? These niggas getting 360 deals. They're getting cooked for real, bro. Like on a major scale, you look at what the industry brings in on an annual basis. The artist is probably touching like 22% of that money. All of the rest of that money is going back into the companies, back into the labels, back into the execs' pockets. You know, I was watching an exec, and he was talking like, yeah, man, isn't it crazy that the music that I grew up on, I earn now, and it's paying my salary? And I'm looking at this shit like, you fucking bitch. You feel me? Like, it's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
It's the reality of the business,
It's the reality of the business, man.
You gotta know your business.
You gotta know your business. You gotta study the game that you in order to understand what you partaking in. You know, niggas just be jumping in the mix. You know, and even when it comes to your message, music, you gotta be comfortable with self, bro. You know, because when it comes to music, when you first start making music, it's like you start hearing yourself on a beat. You start hearing yourself actually make the music, but when you first start, it's nothing but the voices of all of the music that you listen to.
Yeah.
You have to find your own voice.
Okay.
And then get comfortable with your own voice to know your message and understand the life that you live and walked, you know, in order to convey and put that message out to your audience and understand who you talking to.
Okay.
Right.
How you feel about that, Gav?
Kind of the same, man. You know, you just gotta know what you're doing, bro. You feel me? You can't just go into anything because somebody's smooth talking you or, you know, because they throwing dollars at you. You know, you gotta take your time, read the fine print. You feel me? You know, it's the situations, man. This is how, it's whatever position you in. You know, if you know the business and you know what's going on, you know, they ain't gonna just throw no bullshit at you. You feel me?
Yeah.
So,
Right.
you doing your due diligence and stuff and you going about it the right way, you know, you should be straight, man. But, you know, it's all intent, bro, and what you believe in, man. You know, you can't bullshit a bullshitter. So I ain't really too worried about the labels, man. It's all like you said. If they throw the right opportunity out there for me, they give me a good deal and shit, you feel me, where everybody eating, I got my shit, I can eat forever, you feel me? But
You want profit splits and admin deals.
man.
Yeah.
Those the best
Labels
deals.
is really exposure, bro. You feel me? They taking a chance on you because they know they can make money off you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
That's really what it is, bro. You just got to know the business, man.
So when it comes to the message, right? When it comes to the message, I'm aware that you know, record labels exploit a lot of people, and I want to actually hear what you got to say about this, Dessalines. How important do you think, when it comes to ownership, right, in your message, is there because you said record labels, right, and getting the right deal. So when you do get a deal, right? Because I'm not really too familiar as far as like deals and stuff like that, things of that nature. Are you allowed to talk about whatever you want, or is it more scripted? Or
Hell no, you're not. After you create your project, that project has to be approved to be distributed. So these execs, you know, these A&Rs, they have sit downs and they listening to the actual music that you're putting out. Like I seen Jadakiss in the interview. He said, in his project, he was talking about like extorting niggas, shooting the block up, moving them keys, going OT.
I like that.
Busting them traps. You feel me? Shootouts with niggas. He said one bar about them people. You know them people.
Oh, them long nosed people.
You know them niggas.
Yeah.
He said one bar. He said one bar. He said one bar about the Jewish community, and it was like, the album is great, but I need you to change this part. One bar.
One bar.
And the whole album, he was talking crazy about the community and the lifestyle, and it was like, yo, shit.
That's not a surprise either,
You
yo.
know?
That's not a surprise because at the end of the day, man, this is what it is, bro. They're after their own, and that's what we as a community haven't gotten to yet. And it's been on purpose. It's all been strategical as far as us as a whole. I'm talking about black community being spread apart little by little through violence, through cultural shit, through individualism instead of tribalism.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? That's why I respect. A lot of people don't fuck with Dr. Umar because he be like Africa this and Africa that and stick to your own. But there's a deeper message when it comes to all of that because
Nah, niggas fuck with Dr. Umar. He just be giving Charleston White sometimes. That's all.
yeah. That's a fact. That's
He's
a fact.
he's an extremist.
Yeah, he's a bit of an
Nah, he-
extremist, but the message is there because
he-
we
he
need
throw
that.
you feel me? He gonna be funny with his shit. So you know,
Yeah.
people think he a comic.
Yeah, he gonna be. He was
Excuse
on
me,
that.
brother.
He was on that shit too. That could have been love shit. That shit was hilarious. But at the same time, there's a message in it. You feel me? Where he's like, yo, as far as a community, we need to build our own. You know what I'm saying? Like we need to be like, yo, what you just said about this crew, we can't be on that violent shit no more. Imagine if there was niggas that did that. Like, yeah, it's over for that. He be talking about this, our own people like this. Imagine, you know what I'm saying? But that's part of our culture. You feel me? Even battle rap, that's where we at right now. You feel what I'm saying?
Yo, and the culture is so influential. I went to a smoke shop last night, man, and it was owned by some Indians, and I'm listening to the music that they playing, and I'm looking at the video on TV. These niggas like they rapping on trap beats.
Who was rapping on trap beats?
The Indians. It was like a real. I don't.
We're
that
coming-
artist,
coming
whoever that
straight
artist
from
was,
India. What do
No,
you want? Don't fuck with
but
me.
he wasn't even like speaking in English. He was speaking in their language, you know, in their tongue. But he was rapping on a trap beat, and then I'm watching the video, and I'm like, yo, this shit, like, this is the culture.
That's
Like
a
he
fact.
jumping on the jet in the video.
Word,
He in the G-Wagon acting crazy.
Yeah.
The bitches is dancing, vibes going on. I'm like, yo, this shit,
Yeah.
That don't make you think
Some-
though, twin.
hell yeah,
That shit make me think, bro. So it's
hell
like
yeah.
I'm on some
You know?
like, all right, so I'm thinking about it like that, right? That's the culture. Everybody trying to be like, you feel me, the black culture or whatever, right? What's black culture?
Everything.
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 I feel you.
What do you
man.
mean? What's black
But
culture?
black
nigga?
culture
We
is-
influence everything.
I know we influence everything, but what the shit that they showing that we influence that shit ain't really vibes.
They don't want to show it. What
They ain't showing
what
the
you've
real
really
shit.
done.
They showing the negative vibe. They
Yeah.
showing
Yeah.
negative black culture.
Yeah.
This is why
feel me?
I believe it's important, you know, to bring it back a little bit. This is why I believe it's important for individuals to own their own content, because at the end of the day, these record labels can't paint a picture that we don't want to put necessarily if we control what we put out. So that's why when it comes to independence, I'm for it, because bruh, who can paint the picture better than
Then you.
us? You
Than
know what I'm
us.
saying? Because at the end of the day, we're not just because a lot of times people get mixed up like with the culture. There's a lot of things that, you know, make up black culture. Not just rap, not just violence. Bro, we're revolutionaries.
Yeah.
We're community leaders. We're family orientated. You feel what I'm saying? We're business minded. So there's a lot of the aspect, you know, that is just swept under the rug.
Yeah.
And this is why, like, when I hear a lot of guys talk about independence, that's where the power is.
Now, that's a
You feel
fact.
what I'm saying? That's where the true
a lot
power
of
is.
a lot of the times. So we talking about music right now. You know I'm a conspiracy minded nigga, right?
Let's get it. Talk to me.
So we talking about music right now, but every time somebody tries to go that independent route, just like what happened in the U.S., you gotta think real deep about this. We had Black Wall Streets over here. You understand what I'm saying? That were destroyed from the inside out. We had the Black Panther Party, Fred Hampton, destroyed from the inside out. Now, when it comes to music,
I always say, sorry to interrupt you.
yeah,
History always teaches us that they're gonna use one of your own kind to take you out.
exactly.
Absolutely.
You feel what I'm saying? And I know this is not a. I want to show something real quick.
That shit is deep, bro. Cause you know what, the
Right here,
individual
my fault.
route is
Right here.
rough. It's not gonna end well. You got to be built different to go the independent route. You feel what I'm saying? Because you're not gonna have that chicken that you like. Everybody think you got the chicken. You feel what I'm saying? You're not gonna have. You gonna get painted to be the bad guy. You gonna go to jail. you gonna get shit done towards you. You feel what I'm saying? So you gotta have a different type of faith. You gotta have a different type of walk of life. You feel me? To be independent, right?
Yeah.
We not taught to be independent. We taught to follow. We taught to go to school. We taught to be law abiding citizens. You feel what I'm saying? And then anybody that got a heavy vibration and go off the grid, they get painted to be Tory Lanez. They get painted to be Diddy. They get painted to be Meek Mill. You feel me?
Yeah.
So you just got to really understand, like, in order to be independent, you got to break away from this shit, bro. You can't be worried about clout and all that other shit. Because any nigga that's famous on TV, nigga, best believe. You feel me? There's some shit.
Let me chime in real quick.
I could cut that out if y'all want to.
Nah. Look. That's why I even brought this shit out. Yo, listen. Shout out Tory Lanez for sending us, sending the Blunt of Reality. This motherfucking vinyl signed by Tory Lanez in prison, man. He made the most fire album this year, being an independent artist. You know what I'm saying? Come on, dog. The fuck is you talking about? Take that shit out, man. Nah, bro. This is where it's at.
Facts.
You feel me? This is what happens when you are independent. There's motherfuckers, there's snakes in the grass, snipers on the corner on the roof.
I ain't never even heard of an NFT until that nigga said something about NFT.
Facts. You feel what I'm saying?
But yo, you know, but interestingly enough, right? And if I'm wrong, tell me. It's not weird that right after the whole entire NFT thing with Tory Lanez, that shit died down right after. Like, whoa, we can't let these niggas know like how to make. Because think about this, right? I can sit here, I can sell you guys, say Blunt of Reality, right? We have our own NFTs. We can sell you bits of pieces of content, and we sitting here making money within our own selves, and we don't have to go to outside sources. Right. See, the thing is like when you go against the natural order of things,
conglomerates.
That's when you make enemies. But at the same time, this is something that has to be normalized, bruh. Because one thing, bruh, I'm tired of people benefiting off of the culture, not respecting the culture.
Word.
Same time, like making money off the culture, exploiting the culture. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So this is why, although it's gonna be tough, bro. Imagine if our ancestors sat there and was like, man, I don't think this is gonna be possible. We wouldn't be here on the podcast expressing our thoughts. You feel what I'm saying? We'd be in chains and shackles. So anytime someone says, oh, that may not be possible, nah, fuck what you talking about. You'd be the one to get executed first. We don't talk like that around the masses.
Oh, you talking real filthy.
Absolutely.
Right?
So when it comes,
I like it, though.
Hey, yo, gas me the fuck up, yo. I might have to sit up.
I really like that type of talk, sir.
You feel what I'm saying?
I like that type of talk, man. Don't do that, man.
Nah, dead ass though. You
know
can't
what I'm
be in the
saying?
middle. You gotta know where you stand, my boy.
Stand strong, bro.
You know, you gotta know where you stand, bro. You can't be like, I'm here, but I fuck with that too, but you already compromised.
That's a fact.
We can't trust you, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Only high tea. Only high tea.
Your shit lower than 8, you're done.
That's a fact, bro.
You're cooked.
Real talk,
Cooked,
man.
brother.
Like, and that's the thing. It takes that spirit. It takes that fight inside you to actually want to do it. First of all, to even want to make music, it takes courage. Let me just say that.
Facts.
Now, when you're in it, you don't want to stop doing what you love to do, and this goes for anybody who's talented at any, as far as creative artists, whatever it may be, wherever you at. Now you coming into an entire business that's down to fund you and back you up. Yeah, it's gonna be a little scary, and then you start to make compromises that you wouldn't do independently, and that's where people get caught up at. And I understand it's scary, but now that we have the history and we could research ourselves amongst each other and talk about it, it's like, yo, look, listen, once you see some fuck shit, once you see some bullshit, you better off doing it yourself. Don't be afraid. You always got your own two hands. You always got your own voice and your own decisions to make.
Yo, that's why you gotta understand your worth.
Absolutely.
If you don't understand your worth and they invite you into the room, you just gonna be proud that they giving you something, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, 400,000.
Yeah, you gotta go into that room like,
You know what though, bro? You
we
know
could
what
have gave
else,
him
though,
$3
man?
million.
They
But
could have gave you $3 million. What you gonna do with that 500 though?
he just gonna be happy that he on. He about to get a chain.
You
Yeah.
about to get a chain, but
gonna
that's
get an
what-
apartment.
But that be the thing though. You feel me? A lot of motherfuckers get shit that they don't even need. Some niggas don't even need 500. Some people don't need $3 million. You feel me? You give them $3 million, they gonna do the same thing they did with that 500.
Facts. Some
You
people
feel
get
me?
3 million.
So at the end of the day, bro, we gotta promote us knowing what the fuck we doing. When you know what? Boom. I got one for you. Keep growing, bro. You gotta do what you gotta do when the camera's not on you. You feel me? So like if you researching and you learning every day, you ain't gotta worry about what them labels doing when they bring that shit to you. Cause your opportunity gonna come. You feel me? Yeah. Your time gonna come. Your time gonna come. You feel me? Your time gonna come.
Your time gonna come too.
My
Don't
time
forget that.
coming. You feel me? I feel
Absolutely.
it. And it's real close. That shit in arm reach. You feel me?
Right.
So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna work every time the camera's not on me. You feel me? And I'm gonna do it when I don't feel like doing it.
You know what they say? You'd rather be a warrior in a garden than be a gardener in a war, right?
Yeah, that's a fact.
So
That's
being
100%.
well prepared is necessary to success. You know what I'm saying? And all I can say is, nigga, I agree with you.
Nah, real shit, bro. Stay
feel
ready
me?
so you don't gotta get ready.
That's
You
it.
gon'
Real
you gon'
shit.
You gonna be applauded in public for what you do in private.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. Like,
Motherfuckers gonna want to spend money with you because they know that you working hard. You feel me? I just got the phone with my manager. He was just telling me some dope shit. He like, yo, bro, you working hard. That shit gonna pay off eventually. Not in the sense of just not no cliche shit like, yo, work hard. The harder you work. Nah, nigga. Like, if you doing what you supposed to do, bro.
But that's really a fact, though.
You feel me? You
Compound
doing what you
interest.
supposed to do, like, it's gonna happen. I'm gonna feel way better knowing that I worked hard for this shit and I ain't get it, then I ain't worked for it, then they gave it to me. Cause then I'm gonna be like, damn, am I capable of doing this?
Facts.
You feel me? Am I ready for this?
That's
That's
that
the
goes
high
back to not
T.
knowing your worth though.
word.
Like, dude,
And
like subconsciously you like, did I deserve it for real, nigga?
Word. And
Can I do this shit for real? You feel me?
Dude, what you said it to him. You did a song. You like, bro, do the due diligence. You feel me? You gotta do your due diligence, man. You gotta really study everything. Life, everything coexists, bro. Life, bro. You gotta do what you gotta do, man.
I don't think, Blunt Tears, I don't think you guys understand, like, there's a lot of history right here in these 4 seats, man. Like, we all went to this. First off, we're all Uptown. We're all from Uptown, Elizabeth, New Jersey. Although we're probably from different environments. Well, the 3 of us, we're pretty much, we down the street. We're down the street from each other. Yeah. So you gotta understand how we feel about this. Like, to be honest, I feel like we already made it. In my mind, we made it already. The thing is, your thoughts are faster. They move faster than actual reality. So what it is you actually getting your physical self caught up with what's already out there.
It's already
You get what I'm
destined.
saying? So this is how I feel about it, bro. Like, it's an honor to be here with childhood friends. And look at us, bro. Not too many people can say that they're doing this, bro. Like, and a lot of people might, brush us off like, oh, you guys are just recording. Nah, we're doing what we said we were going to do. That's important.
Real talk.
We said we were going to do it, and we did it. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, I'm not going to lie to you. I often brush this shit off, but I had somebody talk to me recently. They was like, yo, don't brush off what you've accomplished right now in life.
that's a fact.
You've been saying you were going to do this, and you're actually doing it.
Yeah.
I'm like,
This is the highest
Right.
form of self-love, bro.
I'm like, you're right. That's a fact, bro. That's
Highest
a fact.
Really doing what the fuck you said you was gonna do.
Highest form.
Especially when you building your own shit. You feel me? It's easy to go to work 9 to 5 every day and you in automation mode and you just, I gotta move this box, I gotta do that, boom, boom, jump in the truck, take that to there, and then you live like that 10, 20 years. When you building some shit up, bro, every day is chaotic. Any day a storm could happen. And then you gotta remind yourself, like, yo, this is what come with the game.
Drop a bomb, please.
Yeah, that's a
You
fact.
feel me?
That's a fact.
This is what
Feel
come with the
me?
game. You feel me? And it's
Come
like,
game.
you gotta understand, like, yeah, I'm gonna take this L, but guess what? The next nigga go through this,
He gonna learn from my shit.
he gonna learn from my shit, but it's certain niggas that's gonna go through this and they ain't gonna come out on the other side.
That's a fact.
Nah, that's a
Nigga,
fact.
skin ain't thick.
You feel me? So you get a different you build a different set of skin. You build a different mindset just from going through this shit. And it's really like the way that I see shit. It's not about what you gain. It's not about the materialistic shit that you get. The cars, the clothes, all that shit don't mean nothing. It's about the individual that you become at the end of that process.
That's a
You feel
fact.
me?
Like just like how y'all was saying earlier, how when it comes to be honest, yo, if you made it and you really ain't worked that hard and you get there, it's like, yo, do I really deserve this shit? Like the worst feeling in the world for anybody who come to a place that they low key ain't supposed to be is when they come next to a nigga who done did the work and they're confident in
The
themselves.
energy be different.
The energy be different, and it honestly makes somebody else feel inferior.
Yeah.
In the same space, like, yo, this nigga's.
He's that
I'm
guy.
not on that liver. Yeah. I'm not.
You
like
can't
this.
fake that.
You can't fake
can't
it,
fake
man.
that.
It's just a certain energy that comes with when you're working on yourself and going through all those trials and tribulations and going through the pain, going through that fight. You feel what I'm saying? So I definitely agree with what y'all talking about and all that, man.
Let me ask you guys a question, man. How important is it to have like-minded individuals around you on the road to success? Because a lot of times, right, I've heard this a lot, right, which I completely disagree with. Motherfuckers say, I did this on my own. Is that something that's actually obtainable? Doing it on your own?
Certain situations, yeah.
depends on the situation.
Anything that's individual, yeah. If you doing something that just take you only you, yeah. But when you doing shit that contain
If anything
you feel me? Anything that's worth that got to do with other shit, you feel me? You gonna need other minds. You gonna need help.
yeah, you're gonna need help.
You can't
I
do
feel
nothing by yourself.
anything
unless
that you
doing
could do by
an
yourself,
individual job.
anything that you can do by yourself, it's not that big. You're not really building.
Say that
a-
again.
Nah, for sure.
Say that again.
Anything that you building on your own, like, yo, bro, I did that shit. Yo, I did that and I did. It's
Trash.
You ain't really doing nothing.
Step it up.
You ain't really doing nothing.
You only
Yeah.
seeing it from
You
your
know?
view, from your eyes. You feel me? You
You
got
ain't really doing
got-
nothing. It takes a
sets of
team.
eyes out here. You feel me?
It takes a team. Proximity is everything too.
Absolutely.
Proximity is everything too, bro. I'm tell you now, bro. A lot of dudes, like, you could be a talented individual. You could be an intelligent individual. You could be a confident individual. You know, I seen a lot of dudes lose themselves because they giving into someone or something that ain't giving them nothing back.
That's a fact.
You know, you
Right.
putting in, but they taking away from you.
Right.
You know, and at the same time, they belittling you. You know,
Yeah.
the most confident man will get broken down if you keep constantly hearing the same shit.
That's a fact. I agree
Nah,
with that.
you can't do that. Nah, you don't deserve that. You ain't even gonna finish it. I don't believe in that.
You sure you could do that?
You sure? Especially if it's coming
Like,
from,
damn, that's kind of big.
and it's
Pause.
worse if it's coming from in your household.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
'Cause
Where
friends,
where you go to sleep at?
You know what? Chime in what you said. Pardon me, I didn't mean to cut you if I did, Chick. But you want like-minded people around you, but you don't really want like-minded people. You don't want yes men around you.
Yeah.
Feel
Not yes men.
You want people that's gonna hold you accountable.
Accountable.
You feel what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
You want people that believe in you around you.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? That's really what you want. You want people that's going ride with you no matter what. That's the belief. You feel me?
Yeah.
Whether shit going or if shit not going. You feel
Yeah.
me?
Yeah.
They believe in you, they gonna rock with you. So all that, like, yeah, you want like-minded people, but nobody's really like-minded. You get what I'm saying? If you think about it, like, you might be on the same
I mean,
frequency.
it's like
you
a
might be on the same vibe. You might got the same beliefs, but
yeah.
that like-minded, you give nobody a like, bro. Anybody a like. If I agree with everything you saying, bro, watch out for me.
Yeah. Facts.
You feel me? Or watch out for that person. They trying to get something out of you, or they just want to be in your presence. You feel me? Those are. Cause soon as you tell them no, or you do some shit that you get what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you want that. You want love and belief, bro. You get what I'm saying? You need that.
Being held accountable is.
You gotta be
is-
held accountable, bro.
Yeah.
That's the main shit. Like,
That's 100%. You need ambitious individuals around you, people who understand the vision. You know what I'm saying?
everybody
'Cause-
got to play their role, bro. Everybody got to play
Yeah.
their part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't have 10 singers and you trying everybody dropping singles. You feel me? Y'all ain't in the group, or if y'all ain't in the choir, like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you gotta have everybody gotta play their part. Everybody gotta play their role. You feel me? Everybody gotta everybody can't be chiefs. You feel me? You gotta have some Indians out there.
Yeah.
You feel me?
You know what yo,
And there's situational alphas.
I was
Yeah.
just about to point that out.
Yeah.
Yo, it's crazy, yo. We're on the same frequency.
Yeah.
Bro, it's times where I'm gonna give you guys an example. Clearly, Dessalines is a better speaker than me, right? Certain times he's gonna take the wheel, and that's respectfully. You feel what I'm saying? There's other things that I'm better at, but at the end of the day, I know my friends, I know my peers, and I can identify with their strengths. So at the end of the day, you might take the lead today. This is your strong suit. He might take the lead today. Like you said situational alphas, right?
Yeah.
I mean, which I agree with that term, because at the end of the day, sometimes one person can't be the whole. You know what I mean? That's how organizations fail. You notice when it comes to black movements, right? We always have the guy on top, and once the guy on top ceases to exist, the entire operation is done for.
Everybody want to be the next nigga.
Yeah.
You feel me? So that's why when it comes to, like you said, situational alphas, I fuck with it, because at the end of the day, if you gone, hypothetically, right? If one of the people that you have that are high, gets killed or gets unalive, you got somebody else to take the place. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day,
And you gotta have confidence in that too, of
Yeah,
course.
facts.
You feel what I'm saying? You gotta have confidence in your team. Understand that you know where everybody's at, and it takes a lot to do that. And as a leader, you have to realize what weaknesses they have and what strengths they have.
Absolutely.
You understand what I'm saying? But Bluntiers, so I want to go ahead and Pharaoh, you got any final thoughts on this? Because
Absolutely.
We
So this is what I'm gonna say, right? On the road to success, understand everyone that's around you. Have the ability to take all the positives from people and use that to advance yourself and the ones around you to accomplish the role, which is success. Iron sharpens iron. You want to be around some straight killers, and I don't mean that in a literal sense.
I know
You
what
want to be
mean.
around savages, niggas that's gonna get the shit done, bro.
Yes.
Bro, even Be Easy, bro. That nigga is a savage, bro. He on it all the time, bro. You need niggas like that, bro. Hey, bro, yo, you did your miles today? No, I ain't do my miles today, bro. Nigga up like 5 in the morning. Yeah. But, I mean, that's all I got to say, man. Real shit, bro.
Hey, yo,
like,
Bez, you got any final thoughts you want to go ahead and tell the people?
Shit, man. If you don't know where you come from, man, you won't know where you going, man.
Absolutely.
That's a fact. All right.
You know?
Yeah.
Look into where your family's been. Look into your history, man. You feel me? Understand where it started at. Understand your purpose. Understand why you here, man.
Facts.
Or you gonna be derailed. Self-sabotage is real, my nigga. If you don't think you deserving of some shit, or you got a whole bunch of vices, something gonna take you out the game.
That's a fact.
You know?
Yeah.
What about you, Gav? Any last thoughts?
Yeah, I don't even mean to be somber or weird. They saying weird. This shit is real life shit, man. Check on your peoples, man. You feel me? Mental health is real. Mental health is real. You never know, man. Health, like your livelihood, shit real. I lost a loved one. I lost a family member recently. You feel me? So I ain't talked to him in a little minute. So I'm just telling everybody, make sure you call your peoples. Check on them, tell them you love them, let them know how you feel about them, get them their flowers now, because you're going to regret that shit when they ain't here, you feel me? So
Respect.
Absolutely.
Respect.
Even the strong-minded ones.
Even the
need to
strong.
get
Not for
checked
sure,
on.
all of them, everything,
Everybody.
you feel me?
Mhm.
Nobody
Anybody.
checks on the winner, on the individual who
They only ask for
who
shit.
has they shit.
They only ask for
together.
shit. They don't understand that everybody go through shit, you feel me? So just check on your peoples, man.
What about you, Dessalines? Any last words?
No, man, the last words I got, one, I'm grateful for everybody being here. I agree with you, Gav. Definitely check on everybody. Baz, you 100% with everything. Pharaoh, you 100% with everything. The last thoughts I really have is, you know what I'm saying? Just be positive. You feel what I'm saying? Today was really insightful. we need to work together as a community for the most part to bring everything into a greater future for our children. If you got if you got somebody you can mentor them. If you got any kids around you, any youngins, give them positive advice and just show up and be there for them, your loved ones, because it's gonna have an impact in our future. It's the blunt of reality.
Drop the motherfucking bombs.
Hey, yo, I ain't mean to. Hey, yo, I just dropped this video to my latest EP. It's called Deep End. You feel me? It's streaming on all platforms.
That
you feel
heat,
me?
nigga.
Make sure you stream
real shit, man. Directed by
Jersey
Flacco.
in the
you feel me?
motherfucking
Y'all can follow me on the
building.
gram, Uptown Gav, UPTOWN.GAV. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
You gonna check me out, shit all fire, all good vibes. You feel me? Niggas always throwing that shit on. You feel me? Niggas making great music, man. You feel me? Send it to your grandmother. You heard?
It's that
Big
type of vibe.
drip.
I'm telling
Big
you.
drip.
that's it.
Let's
Come on,
do that. Big drip. Yeah. Is that all? Everybody good?
Yeah, we
Good.
lit.
All right, we lit.
All right. It's the blunt of reality, and we out.
We out.
Don't you be a fool, you finna hear the truth. Watch me do what I do on the pod with the mic and I ain't keeping it cool. Gotta bring the heat, gotta hit the street. Gotta stay 100, they ain't scaring me. You want a censor a boss, you want a censor a king. I'm not taking a loss, facts is all I bring. I'm speaking candidly, ancestors they stand with me. It's Pharaoh and Dessalines, the blunt of reality.